So I wanted to get on here and just kind of share how I went through my morning, because the plan for this morning was to go for a run and kind of just do like some more dynamic type workout or warm up, just kind of more like, butt kicks and high knees and stuff like that to kind of get my heart rate up and stuff like that. And I walked outside my door. So I was planning on actually going for a run, like up until the point where I walked outside my door. And I just really felt like I just really didn't want to do that. Like I really didn't feel like that was going to serve me the best. It's not that I didn't want to do it, because I could have used discipline and willpower to get myself to run. Like I'm very good at just forcing myself to follow the plan, or, to do, to kind of do the harder thing. But as I started to come down the stairs and go out my door, I just really checked in with how I was feeling, and I just wasn't feeling very out, like I had energy to put outwards, like I was just feeling like what would nourish me best would be something that was going to fill me up with energy, as opposed to me having to really put more external effort into doing something, such as riding the bike, or, going for a run, or, doing high knees. Like I just really went inward and felt like, what do I feel like, how do I feel, and what do I feel like I need on a nourishment level, on a level of that will help me feel my best, and so this is something that, I teach my clients all the time, is because they everybody is trying to figure out well, when do I work out, and when do I rest, and when do I push, and when do I pull back, and there's no black and white answer. It's going to be dependent on how you feel, how you feel on a body level, but also how you feel on a mental level, how you feel on an energetic level, and what you really feel like you need in that moment to feel your best. Maybe later today I want to go for a run. I don't know, but right now, what I felt like was I needed to be more still. I felt like I needed to be more gentle, like I needed soft nourishment, not hard nourishment. And there's no set of rules around when hard is better and when softer is better. You have to really feel in for yourself. What do I feel like I need to feel my best? So I've got a class coming up in a couple hours, and I'm just kind of feeling into, okay, what do I feel like I need to feel my best for that class, to run that class? And I really just feel like I need to feel just connected to myself, connected to my soul, connected to my spirit, connected to my purpose, and what was going to, and sometimes a harder workout would support that. But today, I could just feel that something softer, something a little bit more gentler is going to nourish me the best. And this is it's funny, because it's so simple. It really is so simple for us to just kind of ask oh, how do I feel? And what do I feel like I need, to feel my best? But to get people to actually do that, because they're so caught up in following the plan. And they're also so caught up in fear of what will happen if I don't go for a run, if I don't work out today. And because of that, when they're constantly driving from that place of fear, and they need their workouts to feel safe, it means that they never rest. And not only can they never, they can never trust themselves. They can never trust themselves that, to take care of themselves, properly. And so they end up just chasing their tail, working out every single day and forcing themselves to just kind of push. And as a result, that leads to, a lot of, a huge energy deficit in the body. It leads to you eating more to replenish that energy. It leads to you feeling tired, demotivated, because it doesn't become something you actually want to do. It's something that you feel like you have to do, right, in order to feel safe. And you just, it's funny, because you just, you end up going in the opposite direction. The more you try to cling to your workouts and your routines and your plans, the less you actually start to make progress towards that stuff, because you're not listening to your body, you're not listening to what you actually need. So like for me, as a result of me listening to what I need today, even though my mind was like, oh, you should go for a run and, do this bike stuff. But my body on like a heart level, on a soul level, on a physical level, like I could have went for a run. It's not like my body feels like super like achy or anything, but it just feels, maybe it feels a little bit more worn down, but it just feels like it needs some softer nourishment, a softer touch, walking, gentle walking, meditation, connecting with nature, being still, slowing my mind, connecting with my passion, my purpose, my heart. And like that's, you don't know, like you just have to feel when you know that, or when you need that. And that's sending a signal up to the universe saying, hey, I trust myself and I take care of myself. I love myself. And versus if you're driving from a place of fear, where it's like, oh, you're forcing yourself to work out every single day, you're sending out the signal that I don't trust myself, and that, I don't love myself as I am. And so I'm always trying to get somewhere. I need to, it's like I'm working out to lose weight or to burn calories because I don't love myself already. And it's like that becomes a trap, and as a result, it's like it just actually spins you in the opposite direction, because like I said, you get tired, you get hungry, and you get trapped in always feeling like you need to push harder and harder, and you're not able to take care of yourself. And it's the moment when you actually start to love yourself now as though you are a perfect vessel, a perfect being, absolute perfection, that you already are that. I already am that. I already have it all. I already, I'm already perfect. I trust myself, my body. I love myself. I love my body. I trust that my body's going to be here every single day. And you got to really imagine, imagine and feel as if you already are the perfection that you want to be. You already have the body you want. And from that place, when you get inside the embodiment of that person behaves a certain way. She doesn't force herself to fucking, to crush herself every single day. She takes care of her vessel. She takes care of her body because she appreciates it. It's perfection, and she listens to it. She tends it like a flower. And, she challenges it, but she wants to make sure it always feels its best. And so that requires us to start to behave a different way. It requires us to start to listen and make decisions based on, what's going to help me feel my best, as opposed to what's going to, because I love myself, as opposed to what, as opposed to I need to do this in order to love myself. I need to go for a run in order for me to love myself, or to feel like I'm good enough, or to feel like I'm safe. It's like you have to embody as though you already are safe. You already are enough. You already have it all. And from that place, you will start to work with your body as opposed to against it. And when you start to work with it, there's, everything starts to improve. Your energy improves, your digestion improves, you take stress off the body, and like, so you want to move more, and your workouts start working again. You start burning fat because you don't have all this, this built up stress and resistance that's there. Your hunger starts to become more in balance because you're not overworking yourself. Your cravings, like you don't crave all the sugary, carbs and stuff like that, because you're allowing you're getting your body in balance, and so, yeah, it's a really, it's a catch-22 for sure, because we think that we're getting ahead by working harder, or by pushing ourselves, and getting our heart rate up and working harder and following diet plans. But you actually aren't. It actually starts taking you in the opposite direction. So especially for women who are like older, like over 35, because we become so much more sensitive to these energetic imbalances. And so as soon as our output is more than our input, then that's where like the body stops responding. Like it doesn't lose weight just because you're eating well and working out. So I just wanted to share, like, just kind of my process of, how I basically made a 180 this morning. Like I said, I woke up and was planning on going for a run out here, and walked out my door, and I was like, it just felt very, like, I felt like if I started to run, it felt like it was going to be very hard, like very forced. And I just realized that, you know, that's not what I need right now. What I need is like a gentle walk, connection, quiet time, stillness, connection with my spirit. And then it's about taking action, right? And just becoming like believing, hey, or becoming that person who trusts herself and does this from a place of love, right? I do this because I love myself. I'm already perfect. I already am that. So I don't know, hopefully that helps you, you know, maybe gives you some insight because, you know, there's a point where just working harder after doing that for so long and it's not working, like hopefully you start to realize, okay, this isn't going to work. Like it hasn't worked the past year or 2 years. Like I need to do something different. And so it's coming from a place of self-love as opposed to self-hate. Like I'm not there yet. I'm not good enough yet. I need to lose the weight in order to be happy. I need to work out. I need to follow this diet plan, you know, to lose weight so I can feel like I'm good enough, so I can love myself. And so long as you're caught in that side of the spectrum, yeah, it's going to be very challenging and definitely not enjoyable at all. So hopefully, this kind of helps you out a little bit. And if you have any questions, always feel free to ask me. And, cause it's not easy, man. We gotta rely on each other. It's a freaking, it's so, yeah, especially with the dieting world that's telling you, you know, do this diet. Oh, this is going to work. And they're promising you all this stuff. And it's like, you really got to change yourself from the inside. You got to learn how to take care of yourself from a place of love. And then everything sorts itself out. So anyway, sending you much, much love. We'll see you later.